Welcome to Keats Theater. I found this at a local used bookstore that has a lot of old magazines. It's the January 1937 edition of Photoplay magazine. There's a picture of Ginger Rogers on the front. But what's interesting is it makes a lot of mention of the 1936 film Come and Get It, starring Frances Farmer, where she delivered one of her best performances ever. Join me today on Keats Theater for a look at Frances Farmer, an actress I grew up with watching on television weekdays when I was a little boy. There are several references in the January 1937 edition of Photoplay that I have included. They are all very complimentary about the performance given by actress Frances Farmer in the 1936 Sam Goldwyn United Artists film Come and Get It, which was based on a best-selling novel by author Edna Ferber. I have seen the film several times and very much recommend it. It is probably Frances Farmer's best film, although I very much enjoyed her performance in 1937's Ebb Tide with Ray Milland, as well as her role in 1942's Son of Fury, which co-starred Tyrone Power. You know, some of my earliest childhood memories are watching actress Frances Farmer on television. A Hollywood icon I literally grew up with, she hosted a popular afternoon TV show, Frances Farmer Presents, which aired weekdays on the local NBC affiliate, WFBM Channel 6 in Indianapolis, Indiana, where I grew up. That is where I first saw Frances Farmer in many of her films. Farmer showcased classic Hollywood films, provided commentary, and gave viewers a glimpse of life in Hollywood during the glamorous 1930s and 40s. Yet, unlike the competition on the local CBS affiliate's early show, audiences that tuned in to Frances Farmer Presents were able to get an insider's view from someone who was there, and often they got some good Hollywood gossip. Make no mistake, people loved it, myself included, and I rarely missed an episode. After getting home from school, I rushed to the TV screen to watch my very own lifeline to Hollywood. I recall feeling as if Frances Farmer was speaking directly to me about her former life, her recollections, the actors in the films, many that she knew personally. It was exciting, and she was always so elegant, so poised. I was starstruck, stage-struck, every way struck. So I don't want to regurgitate yet another biography of Frances Farmer's life, for that is easily looked up on Wikipedia, the definitive source for many topics. What I would like to focus on is what someone told me who worked closely with the great lady herself. My late stepfather, Robert Birding, was vice president in charge of advertising with a local newspaper company. For many years, he designed ads for an Indianapolis store called Greenbrier Gifts and Interiors, with which Frances Farmer was affiliated. I've included a copy of an ad he created for the store's grand opening on December 19th, 1964. Since my stepdad knew Farmer personally, I naturally had to ask him about all the rumors concerning her drinking. He said that he never once smelled liquor on her breath or any other behavior to suggest alcoholism. My stepfather remembered Frances Farmer as a woman who was a real pleasure to work with and very professional. Of course, others in Indianapolis will have quite different recollections of Miss Farmer and her drinking. I have also included, and I apologize for, the coffee stains on a copy of her death certificate. After discovering the location of Farmer's final resting place, I was able to visit Oak Lawn Cemetery on the city's north side to pay my respects, and I've included a picture of her crypt. Frances Farmer, had she been born in a later era, hopefully would have had the advantage of more advanced treatments for what was her likely diagnosis of bipolar disorder, formerly called manic depressive psychosis. With all the setbacks Frances Farmer faced during her life, she managed to bounce back and provided inspiration to multitudes of people, including myself, a starstruck little boy growing up in Indianapolis, Indiana. Thank you for watching Keats Theater.